life setting has long been an inspiration to artists.
But the classical tradition of the brush and the chisel have given way to the artistic frontier being fashioned by photographic film and computer pixels. Westchester native Joseph Pinella is a chief exponent of this new form, which he calls personal imaging.
Yes, this is a dual technique in which I take conventional photography and combine it with photoelectronic editing, and I try and achieve a different yet photographic-like result.
Yeah, it is very different, but it almost looks like it was drawn. It actually doesn't look real. I guess that's because of the pixels involved with it.
Yeah, I bring it into a photo editing program, and I apply different filters and techniques to the images to try and create almost an illustration-like quality to the image.
We saw an image there, besides the fruit, next up, there it is. Now this is very classical. I mean, I think I'm looking at a statue or something.
Yes, that's Michelangelo's famous statue of David.
David, okay. And what is there different about it? As I look at these things, I think, gee, there is something. Is the texture different? Is that what stands out?
Yeah, it's the grain, the high grain, high contrast look, and that's really the result I'm trying to achieve on these images.
This looks like a very new art form. I don't think I've seen much of this before. Am I right about that? And
yeah, a lot of your more purist photographers really don't like to get involved with the computer because I guess they figure that's, you know, a technique in its own. But I kind of view the computer as my own darkroom.
I think of that. We're in a business that went from film to video during the 70s and 80s, and there was, you know, a hesitance by some of the camera people to go to video as if electronic stuff was beneath them.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly how I think a lot of photographers feel still.
But you also have to have a very keen artistic eye.
Yeah, that's where it really all starts. It all starts behind the camera. You can't just take any photograph, scan it in, do these techniques to it, and expect it to be a real nice, strong, powerful image. You still need to start with, you know, a powerful photographic image, and that comes from behind the camera.
Right, having the eye and having developed that technique. What about the color? Sometimes I think I see a little bit of color in there, and then I'm not sure if I do. Do you start with black and white images, or?
It's interesting. Some of the images were photographed in color, and some were photographed in black and white. And what I'll do is if I take a color image, I will actually scan it in color and play around with the different values in color before I convert it to black and white, just so I have the right contrast and, you know, that I'm looking for.
I know you had your work appear at the Pelham Art Center, and what are you doing locally with your stuff right now?
Well, tonight is the opening reception for the show called Personal Imaging, and it's going to be up at the Yonkers Educational and Cultural Arts Center from 6 to 9 tonight, and it'll be up through April 30th.
Okay, great. That sounds good to me.
Sounds very good.
Yeah, love to see more of it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Up next, you can spend a lot of your time shopping for clothing and gifts.
But do you know how to shop for a doctor? Stay tuned to find out.